as per the present needs of a society, present number of a people in a society. So these facilities it should have provided to the people as per the supply. When we are talking about metropolitan cities like as Delhi and Mumbai, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, in these cities, high population growth, high density, large number of people. As number of people that these facilities are providing to them. And third one is affordability. Such facilities it should as affordable to the all the masses. Not to charge such of the money through which the little number of people they can complete their basic basic necessities or these needs. So these three are the dimensions of a public facilities through which these should accessible to the all the individuals in our society, all the individuals in our society. So our chapter is basically emphasizing over the water supply of water in Chennai and the adjoining area. In Chennai, Tamil Nadu, when we're talking about the Chennai's location, Chennai located on the eastern coast of the country, which is located on the coast of a Bay of Bengal in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu. As for the adjoining areas of Chennai, there are four places: Anna Nagar, Mylapore, Madipakkam, and the Seda Bay. These four are the places which are adjacent to the Chennai and completing the necessities of a Chennai city. Chennai city. These four are completing all those facilities of a water for the Tamil Nadu and especially as for the Chennai, especially for the Chennai. So when we're talking about the location of a Chennai in a Tamil Nadu, the basic source of a water in a Tamil Nadu is as the Kaveri River. Kaveri River. This river originates from Karnataka in a jog falls. In a Western Ghats, there are the jog falls are there through which the Kaveri River originates, and this river completes the water necessity of two of the states, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So there is a water dispute race in between of these two states to use Kaveri River water for agriculture. But as per the location of a Chennai in the eastern coast of a country, still there is a water scarcity persists. Shortage of water persists. This problem persists in a Chennai. This problem of water persists in Chennai. So here the question arises: how can a Chennai it can solve the problem of water scarcity? So what are the methodologies or efforts done by the government for solving the problem of water scarcity in Chennai? First one, tanker facility. In Chennai, the tanker facility has completing the water necessity. Thrice in a week, municipal corporation providing the water to the masses. Water to the masses. Tanker facility. Water tank has supplied the water to the masses in Chennai through the efforts of a municipal corporation. Municipal corporation. Second one is that in Tamil Nadu, almost in the whole of the Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, there is a rooftop rainwater harvesting technique is used. Rooftop rainwater harvesting technique is used to complete the necessity of water. Rooftop ROOF rooftop rainwater harvesting technique used to solve the problem of water scarcity. Water scarcity, shortage of water, there shortage has leads to the rooftop rainwater harvesting techniques. Third one, tubewells, through tubewells and a canal irrigation, water supplying to the adjoining areas of Chennai. Through canal irrigation, water supplied to the adjoining areas of Chennai. For agriculture. Water supplying to the adjoining areas of Chennai. Clear? The government of India has been trying to hard to provide a safe drinking water to people in urban areas where the average consumption of a water in our urban areas, there is a need of a 135 liters. 135 liters. This much of is the demand. This is the demand of the 135 liters per person in urban areas. But presently only the 20 liters water only given to the every individual as per the average. 135 is a necessity, but the 20 liters water has only supplying to the every person. Every person. It shows the severe scarcity of a water. Scarcity of water. If you remember, in Jalandhar, in a normal years like as 2019, 18, except 2020, 19, 18, during the months of May and June, Municipal Corporation of Jalandhar, it fined to those individuals which are wasting the water in city to the washing their vehicles to running water. So these are efforts done by the municipal corporations through which they are trying to secure or saving the water. So water is basically as a fundamental right which is marked under the Article 21 of Indian Constitution, which states that the right to life conditions. Because of water, life is not possible. Life is not possible. So water issued as access to the all the masses in our society. In our society. For this, the role of the government is a crucial. Government's role is a more crucial in a public facility. Government's role is a more crucial in public facilities because government is responsible for the availability of services at low cost. Government doing the work for the welfare. Government doing the work for welfare, not for gaining the profits. Not for profits. But the private companies, they basically work for the gaining the maximum profits. Maximum profits. But most number of the services, the responsibility of a public facilities is of the government, where the government can't provide them the public facilities. Under such circumstances, it hired the private companies. It hired the private companies to providing these facilities, public facilities to the masses. But under such circumstances, they charge the more money. When private companies, they engage themselves for providing the basic facilities, basic needs to the masses, it basically charge the more money. More money. That's why the little number of the companies in our country are basically engaged themselves for supplying the water to the masses. Water to the masses. So what are the reasons responsible for? Question arise here. What are the reasons responsible for less number of private companies supplying water? Private companies supplying water in urban areas. First is water is a cheaper item. Water is a cheaper item. It is not as a profitable work. Water is a cheaper item. That's why the private companies are not bothered, not care about the providing the water supply to the cities. Second one, private companies, they work for the profits. Private companies, they are basically work for the profits. And water availability in cities is not as a profitable job, not more profitable job, not possible profitable job, because in dimensions we read as affordable. Basic facilities, they should be as available at a affordable rates. If the water sanitation such facilities, it will be available at a high cost, then the rich people, they can afford, then and the poorer peoples, they can't afford. They can't afford. Third reason responsible for the Third reason, why do the private companies are lesser engaged themselves for providing the water supply? Third reason, basic facilities like health, education, water, sanitation, these facilities, the availability of these facilities in societies required huge capital investment, more money required for the availability of these services for the society, more capital investment required, which is not as the profitable job. That's why the private companies are not caring to provide these facilities in urban areas. That's why their number is a lesser. These facilities provided in cities by the private companies is as the lesser. Next one, fourth reason, many will be neglected and deprived. Many, they will be as neglected and deprived. If the private companies, they will ensure the availability of our public facilities, then the last section of our society, which is under the poverty, which can't afford the things, it will basically neglected and deprived. To solve the problem of such people which are under the poverty or socially backward, the government is basically initiates their programs, which we discussed earlier. Government is giving the food grains at a low cost, 2 rupees and, per kg as wheat, 3 rupees rice, and 20 rupees grains. One of the another governmental scheme in which the LPG connections, LPG cylinders are given to those depressed sections, poorer sections at free of cost. That scheme is named as a Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, in which the gas cylinders are given to these poorer sections at a free of cost, not government not charged for the such services. Clear? So all these public services, public facilities like health, education, water, sanitation, these are the responsibilities of government. And the government for these services, it complete their funds, it raise the funds through the taxes. Different number of taxes are charged by the government of India to complete their finances, through which the public facilities are given to all the sections of society. And in Chennai, the water supply, the shortage of a water supply, it has basically completes to the tank irrigation, tanker water facility has given to the masses in Chennai. Second one as a to the canal irrigation, the water supplying to the Chennai and their adjoining areas. Water supply to the Chennai and their adjoining areas. This is the way to which the water shortage, the scarcity of water has solved in Chennai and the adjoining area. There's another as the sanitation facility. Sanitation is also includes under the public facilities. Around 68% of our households in India have access to the drinking water, and about 36% have access to the sanitation, like as the toilets. 36. It's out of the whole of the population. India's population, as per 2011 census, it was just around as a 1027 million. So as compared to this, 36 only access towards the toilets. So government of India, the sanitation department, it's basically given the toilet facilities in a rural areas to the Sulabh Shauchalaya. In rural areas, Sulabh Shauchalaya. This is a scheme initiated by the government of India by providing them the toilets. Sulabh Shauchalaya. Under this scheme, government is giving the 90% of a share to set up the toilets in a residential areas, in a houses in rural areas. 90% share given by the government and a 10% only owned by the individual. So through this, the toilets are given in a, they are ensure their availability in a rural areas. It's also targeted under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, cleanliness, cleanliness, cleanliness. Clear? So Sulabh, a non-governmental organization, has been working for the 3 decades to address the problems of sanitation facing in a low caste and a low income people in India. So it has constructed more than 7,500 public toilets, blocks, and 1.2 million private toilets, giving the access to the sanitation to 10 million people in India. 10 million people in India. When we're talking about the private companies which will provide us such public toilets to the masses, it's not possible, because private companies which are basically work for the profits, they are not able to provide us such facilities at a low cost. They will try to work for the profits. They will try to work for the profits. So in an urban area, there is a urban water commission is a basically work to providing water and a sanitation facility. Urban water commission. Urban water commission, which states that average consumption in cities, the requirement in cities as a 135 liters per day. But presently there are only as a 20 liters of a water has given to the every individual, which is less than the half of the demand. Supply is a lesser compared with the demand of water in urban areas. In urban areas, it's basically due to the lack of funds. Government not having the adequate funds to which such facilities they can easily provide to the masses. Second one is corruption. Corruption also influencing at some of the extent. Availability of the facilities and services to the common masses in cities and rural areas are not adequate due to the corruption. So that problem has solved by the government by giving the contracts to the private companies. Government giving as a contract to private companies through which the such public facilities they are distributing in our society by companies. But all the public facilities are not equally handled by private companies. For example, when you're talking about the Punjab State Electricity Board, it is as privatized in which government and private companies they are collectively work for availability of electricity, to the all the individuals, availability of electricity towards all the individuals. But the services are improving, and these services are directly influencing the these influencing the charges. The present rate of a unit in electricity in Punjab is much more compared with the other states. So these are the consequences when the private companies they are given as a public facilities, providing the public facilities. Clear? This was our chapter. Our chapter is basically concentrated towards a public facilities which should as accessible, affordable, and available to the all the masses of society without any discrimination based on caste, race, religion, and gender. In a constitution, the public facilities, like as a water, it is correlated with the right to life. Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, right to life, which providing the facilities, it should have accessible to all the masses as equally without any discrimination. That's why the public facilities are related with the basic needs. Basic needs are only the three: food, shelter, clothing, which are necessary for the survival. But now the health, water and the sanitation, they are also correlated with the basic needs. And the Indian Constitution has providing the such facilities, health, water, education, with relation to the basic needs. Clear? And are as the part of the right to life. but progress on this front has been far from the satisfactory. There is a shortage in supply and supply of these facilities in our society. Why? Why do these public facilities are not adequate in, are not adequate in, why do we call the public facilities are not adequate in urban areas? What are the reasons? Question is, what are the reasons responsible for public facilities are not adequate in urban areas? First, migration. Migration in a larger number from a rural urban areas is one of the reasons responsible for the not adequate facility of these public facilities in cities. As per the increasing population, movement of a people for the earnings, for the better facilities is more towards the cities. So as per the upcoming population, the facilities are not improving. So these are not adequate. First, these are not adequate. Second reason, why do these public facilities are not adequate in a modern society? Modern society. Second reason responsible for it. Second is a shortage of funds, shortage of finances in a government. It's one of the reasons responsible for the lesser number of public facilities to the common masses. Public facilities to common masses. Public facilities to common masses. Public facilities to common masses. Third reason responsible for not adequate public facilities in society. Public facilities in society as the corruption. Due to the corruption. So as per the records, if the 100 rupees released from the government, only 10 rupees they are investing in a field. The rest of the 90 they are consumed by the people. So it's also influencing the inadequate availability of a public facilities in society. Inadequate public facilities in our society. This was our chapter. If you are having any other questions, you can ask now. Those who are having any other questions regarding this chapter, they can ask now. Till the time we will continue towards the exercise. That exercise. Those who are having any other queries, they can ask now. So the questions related to the chapter. Why do you think there are so few cases of a private supply of water in the world? What are the reasons? What are the reasons the private companies which are handle the supply of water supply as the lesser reasons? First, water is a cheaper item. Water is a cheaper item, and industrialists don't bother about such basic needs to which they can't earn as a maximum profits. First, it's a cheaper item. Second one, availability of water in a masses required more capital investment. More capital investment. Third reason responsible for why do the private companies they are lesser concentrated towards the supply of water, because this is a less profitable work. It is a lesser profitable work as compared to the other items. For example, as schools, hospitals, electricity, these kinds of facilities are providing in a larger number by the private companies comparatively the water and sanitation. Clear? These three are the reasons responsible for the lesser private companies which are handled the water supply in the world. Second question is, do you think water in Chennai is available and affordable by all? No. As per the present population in Chennai, water is not available and not affordable by the all. not avoidable by the all, because existing population growth, the high density of a population has directly influenced the availability of or the supply of facilities. Supply of facilities. Density means when the more people they are living in a shorter spaces. Or density of population means total number of people which are living in a per square kilometer area. Total number of people living in a per square kilometer area is a density. Our national density as per the 2011 census is as the 384 persons living in a per square kilometer area. But when we're talking about the metropolitan cities like Bombay, Delhi, Chennai, Calcutta, or West Bengal state, in such areas, the density of population is more than 1,000 persons living in a per square kilometer. 1,000 persons in a per square kilometer. And Jalandhar's density is a 482 persons living in a per square kilometer area. So density has directly affecting the availability of these facilities, like as a water in Chennai. So how is the third question? How is the safe sale of a water by the farmers to water dealers in Chennai affecting the local people? Do you think the local people can object to the such exploitation of water? Obviously, the people they will be object when the water, that much of a water of agriculture, it will be given to the cities. Their best example in relation to the Maharashtra and Gujarat. When Sardar Sarovar Dam, it built on a Narmada River. Sardar Sarovar Dam built on a Narmada River. It's 80% of water directly given to the cotton textile industries of Gujarat. Cotton textile industries of Gujarat, through which the severe scarcity, shortage of water given to the farmers. Farmers started to protest against of this act of the government. That movement known as the Narmada Bachao Andolan. Narmada Bachao Andolan, which headed by the social activist Arundhati Roy. She worked for the protection of water or procurement of water rights for farmers. Procurement of water rights for farmers in Maharashtra, in Gujarat, and the adjoining parts of Madhya Pradesh. So this is the best example. So next one, fourth question is, why are the most of the private hospitals and private schools located in major cities and not in towns or the rural areas? What are the reasons? Anybody? Anybody wish to answer it? Why do the most number of the hospitals and the schools they are concentrated in large cities, not in rural areas? Not in rural areas. Yes, Pratiksha?
Yes, sir. The most of the private hospital and private schools located in major cities are not available in towns or rural areas but in big cities because big cities have more facilities uh,
Big cities,
of
they are having or have
more
not?
facilities.
More, very good, very good. In a big cities, the more facilities are available, which are supporting the growth of these these hospitals and schools. Wait a minute, Pratiksha. It is called as an infrastructure, basic infrastructural facilities. For the growth of industries, for the growth of health and schools, it requires as a better or a best means of a transport. These are only available in the cities. That's why. Very good, Pratiksha. Second, any other reason? Any other?
Uh, Sir, the availability of public transport such as ambulances and buses.
It includes under the basic infrastructure. Basic infrastructure includes as the means of a transport. Better transport helps for the providing the such facilities. Second, as the population. More population is concentrated in the cities. That's why these facilities, better facilities are given in better facilities are given only in the cities. But when we compare the position of cities with the rural areas, in rural areas where the population concentration is a lesser, And in such areas, when these kinds of better schools and health institutes they will set up, then people they have to move from a different areas towards that particular village. And means of transport are not properly developed in these areas. So it's also the reason more concentration of a population. Third reason responsible for this, why do these facilities are concentrated in urban areas? Capital investment, money, capital investment is a more in urban areas compared to the rural areas. In a present scenario, in a present society, less number of people are caring or moving towards rural areas, but they move towards urban areas. If there will be as opportunities, the people they have to prefer towards Delhi, Mumbai as compared to Jalandhar also. As compared to Jalandhar, because the availability of these facilities are some more in a Delhi, Mumbai compared to the Jalandhar. People they will care about the movement towards these areas, capital investment due to the capital investment and facilities. Next one. Yes, you have to only attempt the two questions, first two questions from this chapter. First two questions from this chapter. Any other query in your side? Yes, Gaurav. Gaurav, any query? You raise your hand. Yes, Gaurav Sharma.
सर वो आंसर ही देना था क्वेश्चन का.
कुछ extra? You wish to add something new? Gaurav?
सर इकोनॉमी बोलना था, बैड इकोनॉमी ऑफ विलेजेस.
Bad economy. Gaurav, as per the Gaurav, the poorer peoples are basically living in a rural areas, and the rich people they are basically concentrated in the cities. That's why these facilities, private schools and hospitals, they are concentrated towards the city. Yes, Gia Janvi, raise your hand again. Gia Janvi Chopra. Yes, बच्चे. Gia Janvi.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What do you want to ask?
Sir, how many questions we have? Sir, how many questions we have to do of this chapter?
1, 2 only.